Hey there guys, what's going on? It's Galeriot here, back on the channel again for another Pokemon video, and this time we're talking about Legends Arceus. Oh boy, did we get a lot of information from the Pokemon Presents. Today with me for this video, we have ultraplayer. Say hello, mate.
What is going on, everyone? My name is Josh ultraplayer, and let us talk today about some new Pokemon games.
Of course. So we're gonna today talk about, in this video specifically, we're gonna be talking about the new region, or I should say an old region in this case, and of course the new characters, the Pokemon, and a little bit of a topic at the end. So if you're interested in that topic, be sure to check it till the end of the video. We'd appreciate it. Leave a like if you enjoy this video. Of course, subscribe. We'll be doing more Pokemon content as the weeks come along, and especially when the games come out. And of course, comment down below, what do you guys think of Legends Arceus? So Josh, obviously we've gotten the new region, Hisuian, which is basically old Sinnoh, right? We do know that there's one town in it called Jubilife Village. We kind of already got this information in the last trailer, right? That obviously there's only one town. We're just trying to explore the region, new Pokedex and all. But obviously we get the official name of the region, of course, because it's olden Sinnoh. It's not really called Sinnoh, and of course the fact that Jubilife City is basically Jubilife Village. So how do you feel about what we've seen in terms of the looks of the region and the way it's structured, especially considering we're comparing it to New Sinnoh, basically, right?
Oh, I didn't see that map part of it. I like it. I like the graphics a lot. I like the way the whole place seems to look. It seems like they have expanded some of the more severe climates.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have that, like you can see it on the map here. You can see that large snowy area
Yep.
to the left,
Over here.
where in Sinnoh you just had that really small, like if I remember correctly, it's just that route that goes straight up, and then it's the city at the top.
Yes, Snow
But this
Point.
looks much
Mm-hmm.
more expansive. I believe I see that tundra over there, the desert,
Mm-hmm.
the
Over here,
the
over
big
here.
plains area. Like it looks like I like the fact that there is only one village. Maybe we'll get like a couple small settlements of like
Mm-hmm.
a couple houses,
Like camps,
but
basically, maybe.
like something like that. But with the fact that we are, so before civilization, it lets them open up the world
Mm-hmm.
to however they want to design it. Like the like I just keep saying it, the bigger climate is what I really like. I'm also interested to see what this region is up here on the top right of the map that you were showing.
Over here.
That big that
Yes.
big circular region.
Mm-hmm.
And then it looks like we have a volcano off in the distance.
Yeah, that looks
The
like, in how in modern Sinnoh we have that area with
Oh yeah.
Heatran. Yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah.
it might be that area basically, and that's not formed completely yet or connected yet, so it's way off in the distance potentially. I wonder if we will be able to get there, because if we can get there and say we see Heatran potentially, because remember, this game we're making the first ever Pokedex, so my assumption is that we will see every Pokemon, including the legendaries. That's my assumption, right? Because what I think is gonna happen is you're gonna progress from the early level Pokemon, the usual Beedoo, Starlies, stuff like that, and then you're gonna get up to the legendaries and stuff like that. So, do you think we'll potentially go there and get the legendaries, and including Heatran and stuff?
So I was wondering. I was trying to like see if I could find some info on like how long some of these Pokemon have been around.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously the Lake Trio was said to be created by Dialga and Palkia way back when, so it's very possible we might see those. Dialga and Palkia in general might just be something we see just because it's based off of Sinnoh.
Mm-hmm.
I know that obviously the Sinnoh region was created
Yeah.
by them. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember my Sinnoh lore as well as I should,
Yeah, I mean,
but
Sinnoh's my favorite region, but even I don't know its lore, so I'm gonna rely on this game a lot to explain, like, okay, is this actually happening? Because, yeah, no, one thing I will say, I'm pretty sure it's Arceus that actually also creates the Lake Trio. Arceus created everything, basically, from what I gather. So, yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. Maybe this might be the first appearance as well of Dialga Palkia. We can see the creations of them, maybe, but that would also mean how is time and space even existing without them being a thing? It's gonna be very weird. There's a lot of questions that are being raised here, which we will be making videos on, potentially theory crafting a bit down the line as well. But yeah, no, this map has just raised a lot more questions than answers we wanted, to be fair, right? And speaking
like
of questions and answers, we get to meet new people. So basically, what we're doing is we're part of this team called the Galaxy team, and obviously you can see some similarities to a currently existing team in Diamond and Pearl, and of course new characters. So first and foremost, we got the main character, the ancestors to Dawn and Lucas, basically, and that's Akari and Ray, which is cool. I like the names. I mean, I assume everybody's just gonna change their name pretty much. You will. It's kind of like also Diamond and Pearl, where if you choose one member, the other member will be like a teammate basically in the game itself, which is cool. As you can see, we're just
Right.
getting more features here. What's up? Go ahead.
I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah, for sure. And then we have the new members of the team. Some people we didn't even see in the last trailer. Professor Laventon is a member of the Galaxy Team Survey Corps. He conducts research and he wants to create the perfect and complete Pokedex. Then we have the more interesting ones. Commander Kamado, who is the boss of the Galaxy Team, and well, obviously the ancestor of one Professor Rowan, as you guys can see here. And not only that, I
The
mean,
similarities are striking.
and we can see whose ancestor this is. This is very obvious. Cyrus. So
Uh,
I cannot believe the theories were actually true of us being part of the old Team Galactic. This is basically old Team Galactic. How do you feel about that? Did you want that theory to be true, or were you expecting it to be something completely different?
I think it's a really interesting take to. I know, like in general, the community has always said, "Let us join the bad guys team. Let us join the bad guys team." Well, technically, we're on the bad guys team, but at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be interesting to see how this ends up developing with whether or not Cylene ends up becoming a villain, or if her like with her motivations becoming skewed and altered as time goes on.
Yep. It's
But I think it's really cool.
Mhm.
I think it's cool to give us that option to have us connect with the old ancestors in this way instead of just like, oh, Professor Rowan's ancestor is the good guy
Yep.
and Cyrus's ancestor is the bad guy, and you got to deal with it just like always. I think it gives a nice fresh taste
Yep.
of what we have already.
100% agree. The one thing I will say about this as well that I really like is that this could lead to so many doors as to potentially why Cyrus has so devoted to Dialga and Palkia, maybe instead of Arceus potentially. Maybe we don't reveal the fact that Arceus exists, maybe, and the fact that we only mention, say, Dialga or Palkia, and hence Silene notes it down in her notes, and it's passed from generation to generation up until Cyrus, who wants to create this new universe with the aid of one of those two, right? So it's going to be very interesting to see how this is going to link into Diamond and Pearl, because I, I love this sort of stuff. Don't get me wrong, lore stuff always banging. So I'm really excited about this. But not only do we have ancestors of characters themselves, which I mean in itself is crazy, we also have some new Pokemon, and they're newly discovered Pokemon, kind of quote unquote. They're more so Pokemon of the olden ages. We have Wyrdeer. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing it right. I have no idea if I've
Yeah, I think it's gonna be weird here.
Wyrdeer. Okay, and Basculegion. I assume that's gonna be the name of Basculin's evolution. So obviously Wyrdeer is the evolution of Stantler, and Basculegion is the evolution of Basculin. And then we have regional forms of Braviary and Growlithe. So I'm curious to see if we'll get a Hisuian Rufflet, sorry, and a Hisuian Arcanine as well. But yeah, so let's go over them quickly. I'm just gonna go over them and then we can talk about them as well if we need to. So Wyrdeer is basically a normal psychic type, which cool. Is there any other normal psychic type that is available in current generation Pokemon games? I don't know if it's a new
Yes,
combination.
it's the first one that comes to mind is Meloetta. I think that's the only one as of
Hmm.
right now.
Wait,
I
what
know
is
Meloetta, but I don't. Girafarig, I
Girafarig?
think,
I was
is the
gonna
one
say
as well.
Girafarig, and then
Make
Basculegion
sure.
is Water Ghost. Inteleon is Water Ghost as well, right? Or Water
And Teleon's pure water. So
Pure
the
Water?
water
Never
ghost
mind.
that we have is Jellicent,
Yes,
I believe.
that's
Let
it.
me water and then ghost type. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just the Jellicent line.
Yeah, I've for some reason I forgot that they made all of them just pure typings in Galar. I thought I remember when everybody was like, "Oh, Cinderace was gonna be Fire Steel and whatnot," and it didn't end up happening. Hisuian
By the
Braviaries,
way,
what's up?
the other normal psychics, there are two more. It's
Mhm.
Oranguru from Generation 7 and Indeedee from, I think, Generation 8.
Generation 8. Yes, that's a good point you made there. And Hisuian Braviary Psychic Flying. I mean, Sigilif is the one that comes to mind immediately, I think, as the alternate here. But again, Hisuian Braviary and Hisuian Growlithe is Rock Fire. So how do you feel about all these Pokemon? I'm really astounded. And obviously, some of these Pokemon are ride Pokemon as well. Wyrdeer is going to be the one you're going to be using on land. Basculegion is the one you're going to be using on water. And Hisuian Braviary is going to be basically your glider, effectively, and somebody you can fly with. So, how do you feel about all of these Pokemon, Josh? And obviously, you're more in the competitive scene than I am. Would you if these Pokemon ever end up being in competitive? Obviously, we still don't know Legends Arceus will have like Wi-Fi battles or anything of that sort. We just know that it has trading and there's no ranked battles, of course. But if there is, let's say, battles with other players you can do, how do you think these Pokemon will fare?
It also, I mean, also going to depend on whether or not like we get certain abilities and how the stats change and everything. But
Mm,
these are all like pretty low tier Pokemon,
yeah.
so I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work out for them. Braviary being psychic flying is really interesting. I think that maybe they'll try and make that more of a special attacker, which is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
In general, I like the idea. However, the one thing that I noticed about this, and I don't think this is going to affect it too much, was the little cut meta, because now we have Stantler and Basculin as
Yep.
pre-evolutions.
Yep.
But I don't think that's going to affect it too much because I think they're both going to get banned. But regardless, um, great Pokemon. I really love the designs. I love the fact that they're taking this approach to create the ancient Pokemon. Because I know that there's always been theories on how Pokemon, like, not only obviously Pokemon evolve and evolution is the thing, but how Pokemon references Darwinian evolution, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How Pokemon change based on the region. So now that we're going back in time, I was kind of concerned that they wouldn't do this. Um, but I think it makes a lot more sense having the Pokemon change over time instead of
Yep.
just over regions.
Yep, agreed. And let's talk a bit about that now. Obviously, you've mentioned that Pokemon change over time, and this is the olden days, right? Obviously, there's this is Pokemon, as much as we treat it like its own thing and everything, it kind of also has, especially in this game, kind of is similar to our actual lives, right? So let's go over some of the reasons why we think they might have gone extinct as well, right? I'm thinking it's because of the industrialization. I mean, if you compare Sinnoh then versus now, or Hisui versus Sinnoh now, like you mentioned at the start of the video, right? It's so different in terms of the climate and everything. So, do you think it's possible that because of the climate change, the industrialization, kind of like what happened, right, in our real life with how like animals and everything have changed over time? Some species have unfortunately gone extinct because of our over urbanization or industrialization. Do you think that's also possible here as well? And the reason why we're seeing these Pokemon, or we can't see these Pokemon in modern day eras or these evolutions anymore? Have they evolved to the point where they can't evolve anymore?
I don't think we've reached the point where they can evolve anymore. I just think it's going to be so far in the future that it won't matter as much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously, we're not going to get well, never, but it's very unlikely that we see a Pokemon game set so far in the future where we see them evolve so much over time. But with this taking place so far in the back, industrialization, like you said, is probably the big thing. Only just because it ruins the climate and it hurts the environment and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But with there being the one that comes to mind is Growlithe when I talk about this. But with the lower space for wild Pokemon that have to fend for themselves, I can see how Growlithe was able to evolve and lose its covering its eyes
Yep.
because
It's extra
there's
fur.
it can't just chill. There's less reason to have as much fur
Mm-hmm.
because there's going to be more warmer environment. It can't block out its eyes as well anymore.
Yeah.
Just because there's less territory there, and you have to be able to see and react and hunt and better.
Yeah.
Wyrdeer, I think the big thing is the fact that it's so like covered by its fur coat, and again, the warmer climates probably made it so much different.
Yeah, it
Right? And
doesn't
if
it doesn't need to evolve anymore to protect against the cold kind of thing. Is I get what you mean, kinda.
yeah. And then what else we have? We have Braviary. I don't know what happened to Braviary. I can't.
There is no
maybe
explanation.
maybe where was Braviary found? Was it like do you
it,
remember where you find Braviary
it
in
was
Sinnoh?
originally found in Unova. We didn't even have it in Sinnoh. Remember, it's a Gen
Oh
5.
right,
It's a Gen
okay.
5 mon.
Yeah. Wait, why is that here?
Yeah,
Okay, whole different story. I no idea.
Yeah, so it
Um,
says, okay, so it says when Rufflet in the Hisui region evolve, they become Hisuian Braviary. So I assume it's obviously to combat the winter. Is it just that because of how it has been and maybe the, I don't know, exportation of Pokemon or something, and Rufflets just don't exist anymore in Sinnoh, and hence why there is no Braviary? And maybe if you bring a, but again, if you bring a Rufflet into Sinnoh and evolve it, does it evolve into Hisuian Braviary maybe? I don't know, it's so interesting to see what the points are here, and is it just because obviously Unova has a different climate, and of course here it has a different climate?
it's a weird thing though.
Yeah, it's so odd. Let us.
Unova,
Yeah, go ahead.
Unova is based off of America,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
and Sinnoh is based off of what, like southern Japan.
Yeah, basically
So
southern
like that's
Japan.
that's quite the journey they're making.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
I don't know what the actual Poke world looks like, so I don't
mhm,
know how far they have to fly. So maybe
yeah,
that's the thing.
yeah. I think
But yeah, I'm stumped on this Braviary. It seems like they're like really pushing the whole cold climate thing,
mhm.
so they can expand that winter mountain. Like I said, the Wyrdeer, everything. Basculegion is a whole different story though.
Yeah.
Basculin, is that a Gen 4 Pokemon?
No,
That's a
that's
Gen
a
4 Pokemon.
no, it isn't. Basculin is like a Gen 7. I think Basculin is Gen
Uh,
7.
there's no way.
I'm pretty
See,
sure
Basculin.
Basculin's Gen 7, I think. Or Gen 5, sorry. Gen 5, sorry.
Definitely not Gen 7. I was gonna
Yeah.
say it's Gen
Sorry, my
5
bad.
maybe.
I'm thinking of
Gen 5.
Bruxish, I
Okay.
think. I was thinking of Bruxish, my
Yeah,
bad.
you were
Sorry.
thinking of Bruxish.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Basculegion.
Yeah, I don't know how it made
Oh,
its way from Unova to here, bro. I maybe by it just maybe it had so much strength when it swam from Unova to here that it just evolved into Basculegion. It's so odd because is it just because it's so much harsher, like the
yeah, it seems
conditions and
the
maybe
harsher condition. He just looks angry. He
yeah,
just looks so
I
angry.
mean it's not as
Maybe
if
the
I mean Basculin itself was angry to be fair, let's be honest. It's not a
yeah,
very happy looking
maybe,
Pokemon.
maybe like this thing had to evolve because of the harsher the environment, but more of the harsher species, I guess,
Yeah,
around.
maybe.
The harshness of it made it evolve into something that's stronger, able to take hits. I don't know why it's ghost type though.
Hold on.
Maybe
No.
it died.
There is. This evolution occurs when a Basculin is possessed by the souls of other Basculin from its school that could not withstand the harsh journey upstream. That's the reason why it's ghost type. I mean,
That's so messed up.
uh, you know,
That's so messed up.
I just noticed it, bro. I was just like, wait a second, hang on a minute. How did nobody notice this? Um,
That's so dark.
I mean,
Imagine you're just swimming along, right? And your guys go away, and you're like, oh no, what do I do? And you just evolve into this monster.
because
You're
they
like,
possess
oh,
you.
good.
The souls
Oh,
of them
good, I
possess
got
you.
possessed.
Yep.
Now I can fight back.
Oh man, that's nuts to me. But yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see if they give an explanation towards the end of the game. Maybe what if they fast forward in time and show modern day Sinnoh, or and talk about this whole thing being happening or something, and maybe like notes of like, oh, the reason why these things didn't passed away or went extinct because of this reason. So it'll be curious to see what they do with that. But yeah, any final thoughts from you, Josh, before we wrap up this video?
I'm excited to see what else comes out because so far, like other than Bastion, we've like pushed the colder climate. So I'm kind of curious to see what other Hisuian forms we see. What are your thoughts, Gail, and comments? What other
Ooh.
Hisuian Pokemon are you looking forward to
Look,
as the time goes on?
we saw the more colder side of things, right? I want to see more of the desert side. We did see, if we go back to the original map we saw, right? You mentioned that there was a desert area. Let me see, where's the map? God damn it. There it is. You mentioned this area, right? Like we obviously saw Braviary, Wyrdeer, Growlithe, and stuff like that, and they're the more mountainous Pokemon and stuff, and wintry conditions, right? I want to see if there's any like deserty Pokemon, maybe like a I don't know, maybe a
Yeah,
desert
maybe they
Bidoof,
make like
a fire normal type Bidoof or something, or maybe like
oh,
a
what about like a palm tree or like a desert tree? I guess it's I don't know what kind of trees you've seen.
cactus tree.
Not just cactus, but like a whole tree, like a palm tree kind of thing because it'll
I
be
see
closer
what
to
you
the
mean.
water.
Yeah, I know what you
But
mean.
what about a palm tree, a bomb snow?
Ooh, that would be very interesting. Maybe change it up a bit. Go for like fire grass instead or something crazy like that. That would be very cool. But yeah, like Josh mentioned, put it in the comment section down below. What do you guys think will come in terms of the Hisuian forms? Thank you, Josh, for coming along with me in this video. It was a lot of fun discussing and theorizing stuff regarding this. But yeah, we're only a couple of months away from Legends Arceus. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section again. And yeah, leave a like, subscribe. We'll be doing more as the days go on, as well as just the weeks in general and when the games come out. But yeah, we'll see y'all in the next one. Take it easy, everybody. Bye bye.
Peace out.